Good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is another edition of Hong Kong House of Cards, Mage Edition, where Arthur is going to do something risky in order to do something risky, in order to do something stupid, in order to do something that may be useful. I have Tiger tonight as my AST, who will be playing the role of Ping once I'm able to actually get him there. And I will be portraying the role of Arthur Wainwright. Big shock. I seem to be rolling this character more often than I really should. So, oh, never mind. There's my lower thirds. And there we go. So first thing Arthur's going to be doing, Arthur will actually be at his haven for this if Bosco's there or if he's gone off to be with the others.
Bosco will probably be there, but he'll see you doing magic shit and just kind of stay out of the way.
Well, Arthur would be doing it in his, inside the greenhouse. He wouldn't be doing it inside the living room. So,
okay.
But there will be a smell of burning incense and sage coming from the greenhouse, as well as chanting. And this is a difficulty 7. Well, nope. Just gonna wait 5 minutes and try again.
5 minutes later.
And 5 minutes elapses. 1 success. This is going to take a while.
Feels always a bit.
Yeah. So,
How high is your sanctum?
4.
4? You should be getting some minuses to your difficulty rating if you're doing a ritual.
I'm not doing a ritual. I'm actually using level 4 life.
Oh, okay.
So, just for comedic effect, Bosco is going to start hearing some things from the sanctum, like, "Oh, it's not right. Oh, that doesn't feel. Oh, why is that Oh, god damn it!
Kind of raise an eyebrow and then grumble.
Why is it white? Why is it? Does he walk in just out of curiosity?
Yeah, after he asks why is it white, that's the fire.
Okay. Bosco walks in and sees Arthur mid-transformation into a white wolf. Like his fur is the color of pale moonlight. Like the same color as his skin. And it's just like, it's not like anything a werewolf transformation would be like if the werewolf had to take a long time. It's like he's literally, his physical form is just shifting. His limbs aren't elongating or anything. So after a while, he transforms into the wolf, looks up at Bosco.
Bosco just kind of look down at him, grumble something about fucking mages, and then walk off.
He's just going to kind of shake his head, and then he's going to head into the Umbra. So, I should probably pull up my character sheet for this. Intelligence, cosmology, 7 dice. But there's my 3 dice. So Arthur heads off into the Umbra, heading towards the northern graveyard. Upon his way, he will stop and find a friendly spirit. Preferably a mole. Yep, he finds a mole spirit. He'll push a quintessence, and because technically he'll be able to cast in this form, we'll transmute it into Gnosis and give it to the mole in exchange for help. I need you to follow me. I'm going to give you some dirt. I need you to carry it back for me because I can't do it in this form. Heading off to the northern graveyard. Once he gets to the northern graveyard, things start getting a little woogie. So that's enough. He creates a spirit shield around them and continues on. Let's see, once he gets to a specific point, he will step sideways. And quick as he can, he finds a grave and starts digging. And we'll need to wait a bit to do it again. Because it's basically strength athletics, and he's not very up on that. Again, there we go. He digs up some dirt and pushes it through the gauntlet with 1 success. And then before anything else can happen, pop back through the gauntlet. And he asks the mole to help him to take the dirt home with him. So, quick cosmology roll. Bam, that's what I'm talking about. Able to make his way home without any problems. He'll ask the mole to push the dirt through the rift where his node is, and then he'll get out on the other side and start pulling it through. Is Bosco still there, or did he head off?
He's still in the house, but
Okay. Alright. Arthur's gonna turn back to normal. Well, son of a bitch.
ooh, oh no,
That was a botch.
it was a botch.
So, from the other room, Bosco will hear a howl.
And Bosco's coming back now.
And Arthur has somehow managed to dislocate both his arms and is halfway in between man and wolf.
You are.
Not in the scary Krynos form either, but you know, like the oh my god, what the hell happened?
He's like a mermaid, but
Yeah,
replace her with wolf.
yeah, pretty much.
You do you need some help?
This may sound like an odd question, but can you put my arms back in?
Let me see if Bosco has medicine. I think he does.
He should. He's a girl. I thought that
Yeah.
was like a requirement.
I mean, they can get by with their gifts, and
Yeah.
others touch relies on empathy, not medicine.
Yeah.
Oh, no medicine. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong sheet. My bad. For some reason, Bosco's sheet has gotten saved over twice on my computer.
Really?
Yeah,
Jeez.
so I have to actually look at the one on the forums. Give me a second.
Alright.
I think he's got 1 dot of it. But
One's all you need to help put his arms back in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to get really creepy.
he was a wrestler, probably dislocated arms or something.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Intelligence, medicine.
Yep.
Roll these beautiful 4 dice.
That works. That 6 is just perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So you get Arthur's arms back in their sockets, and Arthur is going to heal himself. And is going to blow that roll away, apparently. So that he's not in pain, and then he's going to finish his transformation, and is going to botch it again.
Jesus. Man, that box is gonna suck.
Yes, it is. So Arthur somehow manages to transform himself. His legs are still wolf, but his feet look like duck feet.
Oscar's just sitting here. How? I can't even.
don't know.
It's been so long. At least your arms aren't dislocated.
No, they're not, because I wasn't trying to fix my arms. I was trying to fix my legs.
I do not think I can help with that.
No, I don't think you can. So, one more time. Finally. So this takes an excruciatingly long time. But Arthur's finally normal again. He will immediately take one of his bones, light it up, and smoke the shit out of it. I'm just glad this all happened inside my greenhouse. To actually say that. Otherwise, this could have been unpleasant outside.
Like, I cannot imagine the most quiet thing in the world.
No, it really, really isn't. So how are you?
Amused. How are you?
I'll be better. So what? Next thing he's gonna do is gonna get a pouch, and he's a black pouch with silver runes on it, and is going to put the dirt on the floor into the pouch and tighten it up. I can't do this here. I'm gonna have to go somewhere else. But do you mind watching the place for me?
Oh, I can do that.
Oh, no, I said thank you. And we'll grab a bag, not one of his other bags, but like a separate bag, and we'll head off. So he's going to go to one of the non-rapey graveyards. Sanctum. Sanctum. Can't generate docs in a sanctum.
I thought you could.
No.
I thought even if it was coincidental. I thought.
No, you can't. Unfortunately, you cannot generate. Trust me, because otherwise people would be blown up left and right. If you're in a sanctum, you cannot generate docs. However, if you're in somebody else's sanctum, you can.
Okay.
Thank you, though, for keeping on track of that, because I would have blanked on that. Arthur heads to the graveyard, and we'll find a shady spot. It's going to look around. To make sure that he's not being seen. So perception, alertness. Roll that beautiful 3 dice. Perception, awareness. Roll that beautiful 4 dice. Nobody around. Nobody being woogie nearby. Besides Arthur, that is. So... High ritual. Intelligence high ritual. Alright, so it's going to take a while. He's performing the ritual. Spirit and... There we go, just barely. Arthur summons Ping using Spirit Necromancy, which is making him very queasy to do so, but it's the only way he knows how. So it'll take about 15 minutes, and then Ping will feel drawn to that spot in particular.
Okay.
All right, so after 15 minutes.
You called?
Hi, I'm sorry I had to use a bit of Wooge, but you're kind of a hard person to get a hold of. I know that this is probably a lot to ask with everything going on, but I'm trying to find a peaceful way to end this whole thing with Flicker Flame. And I was hoping you'd be able to talk to his king.
He's upset a lot of spirits.
I know, I've seen them. And I've also seen that thing that's sitting over in northwest, where the power outages are. I think the term you used at one point was Malfian.
He'll just kind of grimace at that. I'm trying to do right by everybody, but
I know that. And
I have a duty to the others.
if it were me in your position, I'd be doing everything I could to make it right. But sometimes violence isn't the means to make it right. With Sam out there, gaining more power thanks to the amount of specters that have increased in the city, and with a Malfian that apparently is starting to draw attention to it, it's asleep. I know that's what I've heard. But you and I both know that those things, when they wake up, there's only certain things they're afraid of. And unfortunately, we killed the one thing it was afraid of in the city.
What was that?
Brother.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, and this is what I've been hearing, he said that he didn't know what he was doing. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. This guy's like, you don't know what a euthanatos is. You probably haven't been dead long enough to have run into one, but they're death worshipping mages that believe in the cycle of rebirth by ending life. They also believe you can cure sickness by killing people, cutting out the weak and calling the herd, so to speak. I've listened to them most of my life since I've been a mage for a long time. And this is the first Fae I've ever run into that makes me think of them when I talk to them.
I don't know what to do.
You are a remarkable individual, Ping. Not many race I've ever talked to have been able to come back from the dead. Well, in a manner of speaking. I have to have faith that you and Dartmouth can sit down and try to figure it out. Come up with a equitable solution. I mean, unfortunately, most of these Fae seem to think that you can throw politics around, throw power around, throw money around. So I don't know what he's going to be like. He's never struck me as dishonorable, just self-centered. But apparently, from what I understand, it's kind of par for the course for his species.
I don't know what to do, because regardless of whether I sit down with this king or not, that man is still going to have his parents after him. I cannot control them. I can try to slow them down, but I can't control them.
Is there anyone who can?
It's possible.
Are we talking some mytho-historic figure that would more than likely kill me as soon as talk to me?
More than likely.
Bože, freaking moi. Um, Let me ask you something. If you're willing to hold off until some kind of reparations are made, preferably not violent ones, is there anything you can do to keep the specters at bay?
I can try. I can try and slow them down, but it'll take a lot more than just me.
Do you have any friends? Anyone that's not hell-bent on revenge?
Out of character, does he?
He's got the 3 that are following him right now that he was originally gathering to help on the assault on Sam. The 3 that are listed in his NPC, in the NPC list.
I have a few friends that could help.
Anything you can do. I do want you and Dartmouth to sit down and try to come up with an equitable solution to this, because Flicker Flame's been getting away with a lot. I mean, he's named one of my own people an Oathbreaker, and I don't want to think about what may happen if this guy tries to attack him. He's a dumbass. Like, he seems to think that the world that shut him away a long time ago owes him things. I don't know, maybe that's just how the whole species is. I guess I got spoiled with dealing with Dez and Dehi and Riker, who were
A bit more down to earth.
yeah.
If you can arrange a meeting, I'll gladly speak with Dartmouth. But really.
Sorry now. Sorry about that. Someone's just. Anyway, I've been talking with Jolie, and he and I found some objects that have some emotional connective value. Would that help out at all?
Possibly.
See, I'm more useful at manipulating spiritual energy and manipulating spiritual form as well as physical form. So I don't know too much about what kind of energy your fellows require. I've heard some people say emotional energy, but that could be like anything, really.
That can help us keep attached to our former selves.
Is there anything I can do, any kind of energy, emotion I could infuse into an object that would help you guys out?
Emotion in general, as long as you can connect it to our former lives.
That may be difficult, but I'll keep working on it. I'm trying to make sure that nobody goes spiraling off into the abyss, or worse. I've got a friend of mine in town by the name of Jonathan Buccarati. He's a member of the Giovanni, and he's an expert on these sorts of things. He's promised to help out and to leave the wraith population of this city alone. As for the specters, I can't make any promises, but from what I understand, they're kind of beyond help as it is. But I'm doing what I can. Just give me a time, give me a day, give me a place. I'd prefer it at the museum because I've been able to ward it against people fighting. But I understand if you're not comfortable going in there.
should be okay. From what I've seen, it seems to be a neutral ground at the least, so it seems more likely to be willing to meet there.
All right.
So you can arrange it just
All right. I'll let Dartmouth know, and I'll use the summoning ritual again to let you know when the meeting's ready to happen. All right. And in the meantime, I know for a fact that the specters can't get in there, so it should be safe for now for all people involved. Only problem is your allies. I don't know if they can go in there. As long as they don't mean malicious intent, the Dove Spirits should let them in. But their powers won't work. That's the only caveat.
there shouldn't be any reason for them to use them, so that should be okay.
Arthur will nod his head. Well then, at this point, he'll reach down to the black candle and snuff the flame, so Ping no longer feels compelled to be there. I will summon you when I'm ready.
He'll nod.
Oh, and have you talked to Chloe? No, he hasn't.
No. No, I haven't.
If there was a way that we could turn her to our side, do you think is it even possible?
Anything's possible.
The problem is she's a hateful bitch. I'm surprised she's not a specter herself.
Even those of us that are fueled by hatred are at least fueled by something.
That's true. So, Bao said, thank you, Pang. Have a good night.
You as well.
All right, and Arthur will collect the ritual components and we'll leave. All right, thank you players for playing. Thank you watchers for watching. It's been another edition of Hong Kong House Cards Mage Edition. Have yourself a good night.